Hi passionate Rangers FC fans, welcome to Rangers. Update your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button and let's strengthen our community. Now let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. WAP, let's get to the news. There's been a rumor swirling around Ibrox, and it's one that's sending shockwaves through the hearts of the Gers faithful. James Tavernier, the long-standing captain, the heartbeat of Rangers for over a decade, has reportedly made it clear he'll be parting ways with the club at the end of the 2025 season. While nothing's official yet from the board, those close to the dressing room are whispering that Tav himself has let it slip. He's ready for a new chapter. It's the sort of news that doesn't just stir the pot, it boils it over. After. Oh, we're talking about a player who's not just been part of the Rangers fabric, he's been the thread holding it together. From his thunderbolt free kicks to last-ditch tackles to rallying the team when backs were against the wall, Tavernier has been more than a captain. He's been the identity of the club in its modern form. But if these rumors hold true, the countdown has begun. There's no question the possible departure of Tav by December 2025 will leave a void at Ibrox that few can ever hope to fill. But is this farewell truly set in stone? Word around the training ground is that Tavernier has been in deep conversations with key members of the coaching staff, sharing thoughts about life beyond Glasgow. Some say he's been more reflective lately, staying longer after sessions speaking with youth players and reminiscing about matches from years past. That's not usually his style. Tav's always been the kind to look ahead to chase the next challenge, whether it's a title run or a European night under the lights. But now it feels different. Players have noted the shift. One even hinted that James has already started speaking in terms of when I go rather than if I go. That small change in language can mean everything. And let's not forget, he's got ambitions beyond the pitch. Whether it's coaching punditry or perhaps even a move abroad, the man has options. What's certain is that if he's planning to hang up his captain's armband after next season, he'll be leaving on his own terms. A legacy sealed. But fans can't help but wonder, is this really just the end of a chapter? Or is it the final page of a legendary Rangers story? It's hard to imagine a Rangers dressing room without Tav. The man has been through everything with this club. The highs, the heartbreaks, the rebuilds, and the glories. When he arrived in 2015, few could have predicted the impact he'd have. Now, a decade later, his departure feels almost unimaginable, yet nothing lasts forever. Sources close to the club suggest that Tavernier is looking for one last adventure before he calls time on his playing career. Could it be the MLS Saudi Arabia, a return to England? All those destinations are being floated around, but nothing's concrete yet. Still, when a captain starts planning his exit, it usually means the wheels are already turning behind the scenes. Some insiders believe that Rangers are already identifying possible successors, not just in playing style, but in leadership. Because how do you replace someone who's worn the armband with such consistency, who's led with both voice and example? It's not just a fullback they're losing, it's the embodiment of the club's modern renaissance. And if the whispers are to be believed, James wants to go out with silverware in hand and a roar of Ibrox thunder in his ears. In terms of timing, the decision to stay until the end of 2025 seems strategic. Tavernier knows this squad, he knows its potential, and he's seen how close they've come in recent campaigns. There's unfinished business. He's reportedly told those close to him that he still dreams of one more Scottish Premiership title before he leaves. The motivation is there, and let's not forget his deep connection with the fans. He's always spoken with such passion about the support, how much it fuels him, how the roar from the Copland Road end lifts him when the legs grow tired. This isn't a player who's phoning it in for a farewell tour. If anything, it feels like the opposite. He's doubling down for one last charge, still knowing there's a ticking clock changes things. The media will watch every move, every performance, and every touch with speculation. Is this the match where it all begins to wind down, or is it the start of a heroic swan song only time will tell? But one thing's certain, if Tavernier's final year in Royal Blue is upon us, it promises to be filled with fire, pride, and possibly history. From a club perspective, the transition will be delicate. Tavernier's presence has anchored the squad through turbulent waters, managerial changes, and fierce rivalries. Losing him, even with notice, means restructuring not only the backline, but the emotional spine of the team. Behind the scenes, staff are reportedly aware of his intentions and are beginning to plan accordingly. Conversations are being had. Youth players are being eyed. Even potential signings are being assessed through the lens of post-Tavernier leadership. The club can't afford to be caught off guard, and while no one wants to see him go, there's also a sense that he deserves to write his own ending. After all, not many players get to choose their exit. Most are pushed before they're ready. But James, he's earned the right to call time. There's also a commercial aspect to consider. Merchandise, testimonial matches, farewell campaigns. The marketing machine will no doubt kick into gear the closer we get to 2025. Because when a figure like Tav says goodbye, it's not just a player leaving, it's an era closing. The board knows this, and so do the fans. Everyone's bracing for an emotional ride ahead. Inside the locker room, it's said that emotions are mixed. Younger players see Tav as the ultimate mentor, a professional who's shown what it means to wear the badge with pride. Some veterans, though, aren't entirely surprised. They've seen the signs. The long looks during training, the quieter moments in the team bus. There's an understanding that the body, no matter how committed, the mind has its limits. Tavernier, now in his mid-30s, has defied expectations with his fitness levels, but he's not immortal. And while he's still producing on the pitch, he knows better than anyone the cost it takes to maintain that standard. There's a growing respect for his honesty, for his ability to be upfront with his plans while still giving everything. One teammate reportedly said he's going to leave, as he played full of class. That says it all. It's not just about what Tavernier has done, it's how he's done it, with integrity, with loyalty, with leadership, and that perhaps is the hardest thing to replace. Anyone can fill a position. Few can command a room, a match, and a fan base like James Tavernier has for the Rangers. The fan reaction has been one of stunned silence, followed by emotional reflection. On forum, social media, and fan podcast, supporters are already beginning to share memories, goals, moments of magic. The free kick against Celtic, the penalty in Europe, the relentless energy on the flanks. These aren't just highlights, they're chapters in the lives of thousands who bleed blue. And while some still cling to hope that he might be persuaded, to stay, most understand that a decision like this isn't made lightly. There's also a sense of gratitude. How often does a player commit a decade to one club these days? Especially one as high pressure and intense as Rangers. For every young fan who grew up with Tavernier as their captain, this will be the end of an era. And yet there's pride too. Pride in what he's achieved. Pride in how he carried himself. Pride in knowing that his name will be spoken at Ibrox for generations. But make no mistake, when the final whistle blows in December 2025, there won't be a dry eye in the house. This is football, this is legacy. And for Tavernier, this is the long goodbye. Speculation about his next move is already reaching fever pitch. Pundits are linking him with reunions in the championship or a bold move to the States where a new challenge, and perhaps a lucrative one, awaits. Others believe he might be tempted by the rising profile of the Saudi Pro League, where a number of veteran European stars have been lured with massive contracts. But those close to Tav insist it's not just about money, never has been. He's looking for something meaningful, a project, a lifestyle fit, perhaps even a transition into coaching. One insider claims he's already spoken with agents about opportunities in the US that include long-term development roles, even potential academy leadership. Wherever he lands is going to be calculated. Tavernier is meticulous, both on and off the pitch. He doesn't jump blindly. And while the blue of Rangers will forever run through his veins, there's a whole world out there he's keen to explore. But first, he's got unfinished business, a mission to complete, a legacy to finish writing. And that's what makes this all the more captivating. The calm before the storm of farewell. Behind the scenes, the club's media team is preparing for what they call a legacy launch. While they won't confirm anything yet, and Tav himself remains tight-lipped publicly, all signs point to a planned send-off, unlike any seen before at Ibrox. Think documentaries, tribute matches, interviews, a celebration of a decade defined by passion, perseverance, and professionalism. It's not often that a player earns a farewell of this magnitude, but then again, Tavernier isn't your average footballer. His story with Rangers is one of loyalty against all odds, of staying when others left, of fighting when others folded. And it deserves to be told. Fans are already speculating on forums about potential opponents for his testimonial. Perhaps a clash with an old rival, or a foreign side he battled in Europe. Whatever the case, the sense of finality is growing. But it's not sadness dominating the air. It's appreciation, a celebration of all that's come before and all that still remains in his final stretch. And as the clock ticks toward 2025, one thing's for certain: this will be a goodbye Rangers fans won't soon forget. It's important to note that while the exit seems inevitable, there's no animosity, no falling out, no behind the scenes. Bust up, just a player and a club reaching the natural end of a beautiful journey. That's rare in football. Usually departures come with bitterness, benchings, or breakdowns. Not this one. If the whispers are true, Tavernier is choosing to go while he's still loved, still effective, still capable of leading his team into battle. That in itself is a mark of the man. He's not clinging on for a payday. He's not waiting to be phased out. He's planning his exit like a professional and a captain. And as fans prepare to savor every remaining match, every goal, every fist pump to the crowd, there's a growing sense that we're witnessing history. The final act of one of the club's greatest servants. And just maybe the final chapter will be the most glorious of all. A title, a cup, a European run. All of it is still on the table. So while the rumors point to a farewell, the story isn't finished yet. Not by a long shot. And with James Tavernier, you always believe. Always. The speculation about James Tavernier's departure is more than just idle chatter among fans and pundits. It's beginning to influence the very fabric of Rangers' future planning. Rumors suggest that the club's hierarchy is quietly accelerating their recruitment strategy to find a suitable heir to the captain's throne. But it's not just about filling a position on the pitch. It's about finding a leader who embodies the spirit Tavernier has cultivated over the years. Sources close to Ibrox reveal that the search isn't solely based on playing ability character, and leadership qualities are paramount. Some believe the club is scouting promising youngsters within the academy, aiming to groom the next captain from within the ranks, rather than seeking an expensive external signing. This approach would echo Tavernier's own rise through hard work and dedication. Others speculate that the club might look abroad, perhaps to the English Championship, or even further afield for a seasoned professional who can lead from the front. The challenge for Rangers will be balancing the need for immediate leadership with long-term vision, a tough act to pull off when losing a player of Tavernier's stature is imminent. Meanwhile, the captain himself appears calm and focused, determined to give everything until his final whistle at Ibrox. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. Meanwhile, Tavernier's relationship with the fans has always been special, and the rumored departure only intensifies that bond. Throughout his tenure, he's been known for his openness, often engaging with supporters after matches and sharing candid moments on social media. This accessibility has endeared him deeply to the Ibrox faithful, who view him as one of their own. If the rumors about him leaving are true, it's expected that fan groups will organize tributes and gatherings to celebrate his contribution. There's talk of a possible mural in Glasgow honoring his decade-long service, a permanent reminder of the man who stood firm in defense of the club's honor. Some fan leaders have already started petitions calling for an official testimonial match to mark the occasion, hoping to bring together past teammates and rivals in one final celebration. Tavernier's exit would not just be the end of an era, but a poignant moment of collective gratitude. For the fans, it's more than football. It's about loyalty, identity, and the memories that a player like Tavernier helped forge. The timing of this announcement also raises questions about the club's ambitions on both domestic and European fronts. Tavernier has always been a player who thrives under pressure, and with his departure looming, there's a sense of urgency surrounding the team's push for silverware. The 2024-25 season is shaping up to be pivotal, not just as the final chapter of Tavernier's time at Ibrox, but as a potential crowning moment in his legacy. Rumors suggest that the squad has rallied around their captain's intentions, sparking renewed determination to deliver trophies in his final campaign. It's said that managers past and present have recognized Tavernier's influence, encouraging the team to channel that energy into their performances. Some insiders even hinted a secret vow among senior players to win one last title for their skipper before he departs. This emotional boost could prove decisive in the fiercely competitive Scottish Premiership. However, the pressure is double-edged. The team must balance the desire to win with the risk of overburdening their captain in what could be a physically demanding farewell season. Rumors have also surfaced about Tavernier's mindset as he approaches what could be his final months at Rangers. Those close to the player say he's embracing a more reflective attitude, contemplating not only his legacy on the field, but also his impact off it. There's talk that he's interested in mentoring younger players, passing down the values and work ethic that have defined his career. Some believe Tavernier is already laying the groundwork for a future in coaching or football. Management perhaps starting with a role at Rangers or within their youth system. This would align with his reputation as a cerebral player who understands the game beyond just his position. Others speculate he might pursue media opportunities using his articulate insights to become a respected pundit, whatever path he chooses. It seems clear that Tavernier wants to remain connected to football long after his playing days are over. The club's willingness to support such ambitions could play a role in smoothing the transition, ensuring that the legend of James Tavernier endures beyond his active career. Finally, the rumored farewell of James Tavernier serves as a reminder of the fleeting nature of football careers, especially at clubs with rich histories like Rangers. It highlights the inevitable cycle of renewal that every team faces. The passing of the torch from one generation to the next. While speculation and anticipation build around Tavernier's exit, there's also a quiet hope among supporters that the club will emerge stronger for it. That new leaders will rise inspired by the example set by their predecessor, that the spirit Tavernier embodied will continue to burn bright at Ibrox. For now, fans watch and wait, cherishing every tackle, every goal, every moment of passion from their captain as he counts down the days to what may be his final season. The narrative is still unfolding, full of promise, tension, and emotion. But one thing is clear, whether he departs at the end of 2025 or stays a little longer, James Tavernier's story with Rangers is one that will be told for decades to come. The legend lives on and the future beckons. Greetings, fans, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC, and don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.